wonderful humans. Welcome back or welcome in. We're going to get started on my finished pages for the month since I'm so late in getting them out. So let's just get right into it. I did not do a lot this month because I've not been feeling good. I have a couple projects and I completed 26 pages. So I'm going to set my book off to the side so I can remember who I did with, what I did with who. Yeah, so here we go. We've got Easy Spring by Joshua Dunbar. This book is a project book I'm doing with Jamie's Coloring Kingdom here on YouTube. And we did this page for the month of August. It was a lot of fun. It's all alcohol markers through here. And then the background was done with the King Art gel crayons. And there's a video on my channel showing how I get the vivid background with the King Arts. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. So that is the first page I've got. I'm trying to figure out where to put stuff, so just bear with me a moment. It's a little messy over here, but we're going for it. So next up, I have floating mandalas. These are 3D mandalas, and this is a project book with my friend Sherry. And we did 5 mandalas like we do every month. With a twist for me this month, Disney Meg's Coloring has, I don't remember the name of the hashtag. I'll try to remember to put it across the screen here. But it's basically Disney character colors turned into mandalas. So I did the Donald Duck one. Let me get us centered on the screen here. And this one is Sully from Monsters, Inc. And I did, oh, this is me because I ran out of prompts that I was catching up on. So this is Optimus Prime from the Transformers. And then this is just a green one because I liked the color. And what else do we have? This one is Joy. I think this was her August prompt, actually. So, yeah, this is Joy from Inside Out. I like that color combo a lot. And then I have Snow White. From, I think that might have been her first prompt. But, yeah, I like how that one turned out as well. So I completed my 5 pages with Sherry, and I also got to do a different kind of prompt. So thanks for that one, Meg. Next up, I have, well, I should preface with a little story. I showed an August plan with me, and I haven't done a plan with me in a while, or coloring plans for a while. And what I showed was a lot of whips that I had, because I don't normally have them, and I have really collected a lot, and a lot of buddy colors that were unfinished. I did not finish everything I had to do. But I did finish quite a few things. Whether they came out great or not is a whole other thing. I had an idea. I'm not entirely thrilled with how this worked out, but I wanted it to get lighter as it went across the page, and it did do that. I just don't know if I'm really into it or not. And there's not much spillover, so it's not a big deal. Plus, out of all of Johanna Bastard's books, this one is my least favorite. So I've taken to experimenting in here more and more. But this is just India inks and watercolor. And that's it. And I didn't even prep the pages. So they're a little bit crinkly, like I said. And there's just a little bleed over, not through. A little bleed over. But that'll be easily removed. So I did get that one completed. And then I had another long-standing whip in the Tarot Journal by Amy Chesery, and I finished that. And that's right here. I don't know what this doesn't have on it. I threw everything on it. It's got gel crayons for the background. I did prep this page with gesso prior to doing it because I didn't want it to be, it's just Amazon paper, and I didn't want it to go too crazy with it. What else? It has Jelly Rolls, Uniball Signo, Castle Art pencils, King Art brush markers, and Zebra Doodlers. So I will pull this up so you can kind of get an idea what you're looking at. But yeah, I used the King Art brush markers. They're water-based, and yeah, now I'm thinking, was this gesso? Or, you know, it might have been satin liquid satin glazing liquid. Oh my goodness, I'm tired and I'm not feeling good, which is why I've been kind of absent. But I think I might have used that because it feels different. And yeah, the brush markers, the water markers worked really well on this paper after it had been treated. But I finally finished the starter page in that book, the title page. And then I have my oldest buddy color, which is over a year old. This is with Johanna. And I'm really happy I got it finished. But yeah, that one lasted a long time. I don't know. Johanna picked this page. It was an interesting page. And I enjoyed doing it. But I had a heck of a time trying to figure out what I wanted to put in these little squares. And then I finally just decided to draw things that made me happy. And it looks fine. I did this with the Mondelez colored pencils. That's a Kohinoor brand. And yeah, it's done. I'm kind of feel like I'm speeding through this, so I apologize. But like I said, not feeling really good. So yeah, that's another thing. If you've contacted me anywhere and I haven't responded, I am not feeling well, but I will respond. I'm just taking some time. This is my longest standing whip. This is Throne of Glass. If you've been on my channel is 2 years old. I think it's been on here since the beginning of the channel. So however that means anything. But it is done. I did share a bit of it on my community tab and got done with it. It's all done with Prismacolors. It took forever. All these little tiny details at the end. I really just was like, you're never going to finish it. But it is done. 2 years in progress. It is done. I used to only color in pencils, or if I colored in marker, I only colored straight marker coloring. And this page is double-sided in the sense that there's stuff on the other side, but it really could be single-sided if you don't care about the words. And I don't know that I would do this in marker because of all the details, but I definitely wouldn't have just stuck to pencils. Like the buildings could have been like pre-done with gel crayons or Tim Holtz distress crayons or just any number of things. Watercolor or water brushes. Water markers, water-based markers. I'm telling you, it's bad. But yeah, I could have done anything with a lot of this to make it take less time. But it was back before I really did that. I just really liked coloring with pencils, and I continued to do that. And I still like it, coloring with pencils, that is. I love the page. I'm really happy with how it came out. But I still like coloring with just pencils sometimes. But if I can cut some corners and get something done and have it look just the same, then I want to do that. So for future colorings in this book, I will probably do that, but I'm not touching that book for a really long time. Understandably, I think. This is A Million Llamas, and this was not a buddy color. This was just a whip I had because I was testing some pencils, and like I said in my August plans video, I can't stand to leave anything unfinished, like coloring wise. Look, I say that because I have a yarn box full of things that are unfinished. But in here, this is just, I can't tell you what pencils. Well, I can a little bit. Okay, it's predominantly Pen and Gear. That's the Walmart brand. Art Smith, which is the Joanne brand. And Fine Touch, which is Hobby Lobby. Because I was testing them out on the Lulu Mayo paper. And I still don't, oh, and I tried the Evazar London ones on here. I'm still not overly thrilled with anything I've tried on this paper, so who knows. But that page is finished, or those pages, depending how you see it. Then I did a page in Alice in Wonderland by Olga Golovshkina. And this was a long-standing, I think last October, buddy color from, or with Wendy from Wendy's Coloring. I think it's before she changed her name. Regardless, I finally did it. Hers is glorious. You have to go back to like last October to see hers. But I used a bunch of paint pens to cover up the lines on the waves and some of the lines inside these trees. I used a gold something. Oh, it was just acrylic paint pen. Okay. Gold acrylic paint pen to do the circle around the image. And then everything else was done with the same thing. The Pen and Gear, Fine Touch, and Art Smith pencils. I was trying them all out because they all came in within a week. And I really wanted to see how they worked. And I'm like more impressed with the Pen and Gear. I'm more impressed with the Pen and Gear and the Fine Touch and the Art Smith than I thought I would be, especially on Amazon paper, but I do find that cheaper pencils tend to work better for Amazon paper anyway. Or should I say budget pencils? I don't want to offend, but they are ones that did not cost a lot. The Pen and Gear 24 set was $1.47, so it's really, really not expensive. Then I have a page in A Frog's Tale. If you're watching, thank you for waiting so long. It was ridiculous, but oh, I have two. That's right. Okay, I did this little mini one first. Because I was already coloring the page, and I thought I would do both sides because I'll never color these with alcohol marker. Probably, I'll never say never, but I like coloring the little images on the left, so it makes it hard to do if I use alcohol markers. This one was done with Crayola Escape pencils and a white paint pen, and that is it. And then we have Stokes Quality Hats. This was my buddy color with Jackie, and this was done with regular old kids Crayola, yellow and green Crayola pencils. And acrylic paint pen for like his glasses and for some lines work in the mirror and on the snail and on the mushrooms. And I really like how this one turned out. I don't know what this guy's supposed to be. I made him a badger, so he either is or isn't, but in my book, he's a badger. And this is with a different Jackie. This one's with Jackie Conrad on Instagram and Deb E Mixed Media. And I did this somewhere in the beginning of the month. I think I showed this one on my community tab as well. This was in Creepy Cuties. It's the Ragdoll Silence. And this is all alcohol marker and white paint pen. And that is it. I want to say I had fun coloring this. And girls, if you're listening, I love our buddy colors. But I did not have fun coloring this. Too many flowers. They're all the same. It bored me. I didn't feel like mixing up the colors. And it was very hard for me. Maybe like other people would be easier. But for me, it was difficult to determine what was happening in a lot of places on this page. I'm still not entirely convinced. And everything's dark, so I did that on purpose. But like some of this, if it's the veil or if it's the actual background, I just did it in the dark colors. And I did use like a white acrylic paint wash over here because I wanted this part of her dress to be sheer so her green skin would show through. So yeah, that was our Creepy Cuties page. Next up, I have a page in Spooky Girl. This was also done with Jackie Conrad and Deb E Mixed Media over on Instagram. Oh, my pile of pages, our books is getting in my way here. We had done this one, and this one was all done with alcohol markers. Let me turn my page. And a white acrylic pen. The white acrylics just to get some shine on her shoes and her dress, and to add little flying lines for the moths, I'd imagine, because it's nighttime. But yeah, I had a really good time coloring this. I always have fun coloring, quick and easy pages, of course. Next up is a buddy color with Deb E Mixed Media, Johanna from Jojosa Hana, and Poet from Poet Spice. They talked me into getting this book. They talked me into doing a buddy color, and I don't regret it. I had a lot of fun doing this page, and I think she came out really cute. What did we use? This is alcohol markers. And it's also Arteza glitter gel pens. Oh, okay, for all the gold, like her necklace and her jewelry down here, and her little stud and her little hair clip. Yeah, and then acrylic paint marker, I guess, would be I have no idea. Oh, on her eye. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this is my page. This was a Swashbuckling Beauty is the name of this one. And that is from Hannah Lynn's Fierce and Fancy Fantasy Faces. Oh, I did, sorry. I did the grayscale one, just in case anybody's curious. Because I know I always wonder when I see somebody do that book. Then I have one in Cute Mandalas, and this is a buddy color with my friend Helen on Instagram. And I did the acorns page. Yeah, just acorns. It's a cute page. I did not realize how very, very bored, and I should have, how very bored I would have been coloring all these acorns. So yeah, we've got Can You Spot the Hidden Object, and it's Clue Sweet Dreams. One has its eyes closed, and he is here, if you can see him. But it is finished, and I have another one in here with her that needs to be finished, but I did get that one done. So I would say, if I had to think about it, I got at least 50% of my backlog of whips and buddy colors done, and I felt pretty good about it. I think that's why I'm filming this and I'm going to put it up the same day. It's the 8th, no, the 9th, I think. I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. It might be Saturday. Yeah, it's definitely Saturday. Wow, that was a lot. Like I said, I'm feeling unwell. But I'm filming it. I'm going to try and get it up on the exact same day. So, I don't remember why I was telling you that. Oh, I haven't colored yet this month. So, there's that. In fairness, I was playing a really good game, and then my son's wedding's coming up soon, and I'm working on a pocket square for him and for his party, his groom's party. So, yeah, I've been spending time doing other stuff when I'm awake. This is a buddy color I have with Coloring with Amy here on YouTube. And this is done with, where are we at? Guang He colored pencils. They're now known as Sucolor. I got them like years ago, and they were Guang He, and then like 6 months later I saw them again, but they were Sucolors, and it was back when I was buying like a lot of different brands. But Guang He, Guanghui, and Sucolor, SOU color, are the exact same pencils, even down to the numbers and what color comes out of them. So yeah, I wound up with a backup set of them, and then because I got like a 160 instead of a 120, I wound up with 40 extra pencils. They work really nice, and I did this page with them. I don't think I used anything but pencils. No. So that's it. So that's Dassault from Cat 22. I think this is the first one. Yes. And Amy and I have another page coming for September. So, you know, Amy, if you're watching, let me know if you want to turn that into a project book, and we can do one every month because I enjoy getting that book done. Then I have one for my prompt from last month, which was Ursula for Pixie's Disney Coloring. This is the Disney Color Villains Color by Number from Thunder Bay Press. And I completed this one. And quite a few other people had completed this one as well. I saw in the slideshow, which was awesome. So yeah, I did the same page. And that is the only one in here I did. Yes. I know I was on like a slight color by number kick for a couple of days. I don't know. So then I'm going to actually do Area Veil next, because that'll get it out of the way. The only one I completed was the Best Soup in the Veil, and I did this with Staedtler and Luna watercolors and watercolor pencils and Staedtler triangular pencils. And I started on this town registry page and have not completed it. Hopefully soon. So that was it for Area Veil. I am going to move the camera up and then show you the rest of my stuff. Okay, I have a couple of pages I did in Delightful Color by Numbers. I forget Serious. Okay, this is serious publishing. There's this bird. No idea. It's a wild looking bird. If anybody knows what it is, let me know. I just think it's really kind of cool. And I don't like birds, but that's a lot of color. And then I did this fish, and I think he looks super cute. Sorry, I don't like not putting my bookmarks together. I don't know what it is, but it's an obsession. And then I did this dolphin. I was going in order, and then I wanted to do something I really wanted to do, as opposed to just whatever came next. So I did this red panda page, and I am so excited about him. I went out of my way and went over everything twice to get rid of all the numbers, because the acrylic paint markers I'm using are the Primrosea, and they don't... And I don't know if anybody would with these really light colors. Like, I don't know. It didn't cover the number completely, so I let everything dry and like basically colored the same page twice. And I love it because it's a red panda. So there we are. And then, let's see. I finished a set of scrubbies. They're like sponges made out of crochet for my daughter for her new apartment. And then I made her pot holders, which I'll put a picture up here for the one I had taken a picture of. I forgot to take a picture of the scrubbies too. And the rest of it is diamond paintings. So I did this cauldron from Paint Gem. I just got this little portfolio to keep them in because they're like little 5x7s almost, I guess, or 4. Yeah, they're 5x7. And I completed a witch. And I completed this planchette for Ouija board. And yeah, that was all of those. I was feeling a little Halloween-y, if you can't tell. But that is my pages for this month. I am not sure if I'm going to get to a plan with me or coloring plans for September. Like I said, I just haven't been really feeling well. And I have a bunch of stuff I want to show because I have hauls to do, like Jerry's Artorama. And some really cool stuff came in from VIP Cross Stitch and some other companies. And I have a Five Below video I've been trying to make for 2 months. And I have my book haul video, which I really want to get out because I want to get these books put away. So I'm hoping to get to some of that soon. I hope everybody out there is doing really well. And until next time, friends, have a very colorful day. Bye.